Yeah. Good morning, all. Welcome to this session. So I hope everyone doing fine. So this webinar organizing by Department of EEE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering in association with Pantech eLearning. So first of all, for accepting our invitation, our sincere gratitude to Institute of Aeronautical Engineering Management and convener sir, Dr. P. Sridhar, Professor and Head of the Department of EEE of Aeronautical Engineering, Hyderabad. So about Aeronautical Institute of Aeronautical Engineering. So from the last 2 decades, this college is giving excellent students to the industry. So one of the most prominent engineering college and accredited to NBA and NAC accreditation, excellent lab facility. So coordinators, Mr. A. Satish Kumar sir, Assistant Professor, Department of EEE. So welcome to this session, all of you. So myself, Srinivaslu Ala, I completed my MTech in Power Systems area. From the past 3 years, I am working as a Power Electronics Matlab Simulink domain as an engineer. So what is the content? So about today, what is the content we people will discuss? What is the motivation to develop for an EV or electric vehicle? What are the people need our automobile industry or original equipment manufacturers? What are the facilities we people need to give to the entrepreneurs when we people are switching to the electric vehicle from internal combustion engine? So what are the changes will occur in the EV and how the e-vehicle, so whether the e-vehicle will give more efficiency compared to the internal combustion engine? So we will discuss here, and what are the opportunities for Indian entrepreneurs in this EV industries. And mainly when we are discussing about the e-vehicle or e-car or any e-bike or e-scooter or e-rickshaw, we will discuss about the motor. So depending upon the motor only, we can say how much speed the vehicle will move. How much speed, whether the vehicle will move with the 100 kilometer or 150 up to what is the maximum speed. It will be depends upon the types of the motors. So motor types it will be depend upon. And here, what are the challenges face electric vehicle in India? What are the challenges electric vehicle? And also before going to the content, so about the Pantech solutions. So the Pantech solutions established in 2004. We have 7 branches across South India. More than 100 employees are working in different Pantech solutions branches. So we people are already conducted more than 1200 workshops in different domains, and already we people reached 8,50,000 students approximately. And our portfolio for research and development for industrial projects, faculty development programs, hands-on training and workshops, internships and in-plant trainings also, short-term courses and value-added also. And here, what are the domains we people are offering courses or faculty development programs or workshops? So for electronics and electrical domain people, we are offering Internet of Things, artificial intelligence and embedded systems, robotics, VLSI, FPGA, TMS process, image processing, OpenCV, network simulation, wireless communication. For electrical domain, particularly power electronics and drives, renewable energy system application, and e-vehicle. So e-vehicle to design, what is the role of an electrical engineer? So it will be with practically also we are conducting some workshops. And for computer science and IT domain people, we are offering big data, data analytics, Internet of Things, Python, Android application development, data and image processing and text mining, cloud computing, and mobile computing. So in all these domains, what the current technology is going in the industry means. So we will give our best in that particular technology. So from the past 16 years, we are running. We are in the industry. So that's why the customers and the participant and the enthusiastic persons who are passionate about the technology, they are believing us. So thanks to the management of IARE for accepting our invitation and conducting this webinar. So, and when we are entering our content, so what is the content here? We are discussing e-vehicle, electric vehicles we are discussing. So all over the world, so at the 2020 we people are gathered and we are discussing about the e-vehicles. So but initially it is originated, the thought was entered in around 1830 around at that time. But what is the motivation now? Now we are in 2020, we are gathered through YouTube platform and we are discussing about the what is the motivation we people need to develop an e-vehicle. So what are the governments, whether the governments are providing any specific policies or not, and what is the global impact. So why we are preferring the e-vehicles means mainly reduce the dependence upon the foreign oil. They are all paying at least now it is around 84 rupees per petrol, and diesel it is around more than 80, right? So we need to reduce the dependence upon the foreign oil, and we need to create a new industry, job creations and economic growth. So locally also we need to build. So when we people are introduced any new e-vehicle means automatically the EV parts, so separate business we can create. So, and what is the global impact? So we are helping to when we are developing an EV means automatically we are helping to develop our country also, right? So the global impact. So India to mitigate the climatic changing conditions. So due to the weather changing conditions, so globally the temperature of the earth also it is increasing, right? We need to reduce the climate. Who are developed countries, while those governments are in the process of development, they done a lot of mistake. So they are not considering about the environment. Now the politicians across the globe, top leaders, they are realized and they are shifted to the clean mobility or EV industry or any green India. So now we are talking about the green India, right? So the government now they are realizing so about the impact of how we people are destroying our environment. So by introducing the e-vehicle, we can reduce the pollution automatically. So here, what is the energy depends? So local energy sources reduce the price volatility. Invested most of the money, roughly 80% of the crude oil. If you are observing, we are importing from the Gulf countries. 80% of the crude oil, whatever it may be, coal or natural gas, percent of the energy, we are paying the taxes to the foreign governments, Indian government, and the state governments also. So what we need to think as a developed country, as a developing nation, what we people need to think means lower cost vehicles will support the economic development growth. We need to reduce the price of the vehicle means then all the people will ready to buy the car or e-bike or e-vehicle. Suppose if you are ready to buy any car vehicle means it will be around 80,000 to 1 lakh or 2 lakhs, right? So e-bike, if you are ready to purchase e-car means it is around 10 lakhs and 12 and 15 BMW Audi cars means it will be cost more, right? All the people are not ready to all the people's those people who are not affordable that much money means they won't buy the car also. So after post COVID we can expect the e-vehicle industry will grow like anything, because everyone nowadays they are preferring own vehicles. So most of the public transportation nowadays, from the past 5 months, if you are observing public transportation, no people are not ready to interest to go in buses. Everyone will prefer his own to be the main driver of the electrification. Urban air pollution we need to reduce. So every year from across the Telugu states, if you are observing, every year 4 to 5 lakh students are coming to Hyderabad city for different stuff, for study purpose, for job, anything maybe. So we need to reduce the pollution. And India has stated its goal of reducing carbon intensity of its economy, lack of infrastructure is a huge factor. Lack of infrastructure is a huge factor for roughly 15%. Convention on the climatic change, which call the industrialized countries to make voluntarily they need to take, and the energy policy provides affordable energy while contributing to the India's wider social and climatic changing conditions also. And here, if you need to drive, if you need to grow EV industry in this area means, so what are the key drives for electrical vehicle growth in the India? So the government funding and incentives, auto manufacturer, electric vehicle pipeline, and the environmental consumer. These are the three things to drive the electric vehicle growth in India. So here, what is the question? So we people need to analyze some questions, right? So when we are introducing the e-vehicle in our industry in Hyderabad or metropolitan cities, so the infrastructure is ready or not to drive our electric vehicle car safely, whether the infrastructure is ready, the governments are ready to accept the electric vehicle industry or not, we need to think. What are the policies the governments are giving to encourage the people to buy an e-vehicle? What are the policies? All these things we need to know. So if you are analyzing the here, I am given one question. What is the saving to India on oil import if all possible, if all the circumstances are comes, it will be, everything will be good means. So by 2030, everyone in India, everyone will be shifted to the e-vehicle and they are reduced the fossil fuels. So by reducing the fossil fuels, how much money we can save? How much money we can save means switching to switching to the electric vehicle from the internal combustion engine. So if successfully to shift that electric vehicles could potentially help India save up to $300 billion on oil imports and nearly 1 gigaton of carbon dioxide emissions by 2030 as per recent report of the FICCI. So we can, if we people are stopped to reduce the fuel, everyone will be adopt the e-vehicles means at that point the Indian government will save nearly 20 lakh crores. So the overall electric vehicle market for storage in India is likely to be 4 to 7 gigawatt in 2022. Over 50% of the market in 2022 will be driven by the e-rickshaw batteries only. Most of the vehicles, now those vehicles which are comes new cars are, these are all introducing the new electric vehicles only. So need to counter air pollution coupled with the rising fuel prices in India provides for booming business case for establishing a strong, robust electric vehicle market. So here, as per the recent report also, they are expecting by 2025 the Indian EV market will be 50,000 crores. 50,000 crores they are expecting in India. We will get that much revenue. And here, smart cities. So now the governments are they are every year, if you are observing, every year they are different states, they are announcing some smart cities. So each urban area they are consider then giving some funds to develop it as a smart city, smart village, and smart grid system also they are promoted, which are both the right enabling a robust electric vehicle market growth in India and changing charging infrastructure industry structure in India with the global measures planning to enter the market, which shall open the scores of opportunity and chain players with the increasing the FDIs also. So many PSs across the, so when the governments are announcing some policies, many industries, so like NTPC, Tata Power, BHEL, Fortum India, and these are all the industries are they are ready to invest most of the money in charging stations. So now one side we are promoting the e-vehicles, right? So when you people are purchasing the e-vehicle, when you need to travel a 6 hours or 10 hours journey, at that point you need to fuel, right? That your vehicle, that means fuel means you need to fill up the charge battery in that vehicle battery, you need to fill up 100%, right? So in the middle of the journey, if you people are stuck also, at that point where we are going nowadays, we are going to petrol bunk and we are fill up the fuel, right, in our vehicles, then we are moving, right? So in that case of when you are buying an electric vehicle, compulsory you people all these petrol bunks will replace with the electrical charging station. So these companies NTPC, Tata Power, BHEL, they are invested some money in electric vehicle charging stations, EV charging stations. They are they are giving some money. And if you people are, so the opportunities for Indian entrepreneurs. So when we are introducing a new vehicle in the market, so production of the electrical cars, scooters, bikes, cycles, etc., and electric vehicle charging station, ports and spares, and production of spare parts, electrical cars, scooters, bikes, electrical car repair and servicing garage. So these are all the opportunities we people only will get, right? So when we are introducing the e-vehicle, compulsory electrical car dealership shop and electrical car tracker installation also. These are all the opportunities we people will get. Then automatically when we are introducing the e-vehicle means, so the surrounding people, so in all the areas, in marketing areas, spare parts, repairing, servicing part, all the people they will get more jobs, right? So then here you can see here, and the question here, when you are ready to build a new vehicle or new e-car means, what is the best motor technology used for electric vehicle? What is the best motor technology you people will select here? So here we people will, all the people will be studied in our academic year or UG level or post graduation level up to single phase and three phase motors only. We have DC machines have and AC machines have. At that point, which type of machine you people will choose? Because in a e-vehicle, you are preferring the battery. In that battery, we can store the energy in the form of DC only. So you need to question yourself, right? Which type of motor you people will prefer? So here the types of motor in current industry, e-vehicle industry, and here most of the people they are preferring the BLDC motor. So brushless DC motor most of the people are preferring. We have two type of machines only, AC and DC. In that AC machines, so DC machines we need to maintain, maintenance problem will come, and the efficiency also we will get less only in DC type of motors. So then the people or industry people they are shifted to the AC motors. They have the robust nature, they will come long life, and they give more efficiency also. So that's the reason most of the people will go. So in the AC machines we have synchronous, and the asynchronous machines we people have. I hope. Is there any connection problem? So we have two type of mainly there are many but mainly 5 different of electrical type of motors which are being used in current and upcoming electric vehicles. So most of the companies, EV industry, whether it is a Renault or Audi or BMW, so many industries they are preferring BLDC motors. Different type of electrical motors we can see, mostly 5 major type of motors they are preferring here. And here brushless DC motor, permanent magnet synchronous motor, AC induction motor, interior permanent magnet motor, permanent magnet switched reluctance motor. These are the 5 motors current industry or EV industry people they are using. Current industry people they are using, and these are the 5 type of motors. So here, why BLDC motors are widely used? Permanent magnet, brushless DC motors. Why most of the people? That is a question we need to raise. So here you can see here the brushless DC motors are being used in the most of the lightweight two-wheeler and three-wheeler electric vehicles and electrical scooters also. They are preferring these BLDC motors. So for example here, the why we are preferring brushless DC motor means compared to the asynchronous machines, which is squirrel cage type of induction motor and DC machines, these machines have less weight and it will give more efficiency. It have the rugged nature also. And here you can see here, supply voltage of this brushless DC motor is 24 voltage and current draw it is 27.4 amps, and at no load point it will give 2.5 amps only, and rated constant torque 190 Newton and speed up to 2500 RPM we can drive. Efficiency, here we will get more than 75% of the efficiency we will get, and the weight of the motor is 4.4 kg around, and it will be reversible, and that means a reversible operation also possible. When you people are driving car or bike or rickshaw, we are moving in forward direction and backward direction. So when we are running the backward, reversible power also you need to apply, right? So what are the for electrical motor cycle in current EV industry? These companies they are preferring electric scooters, Ather energy scooters, upcoming TV Creon, 2022 motors, Hero electric, new electric scooters, Yamaha EC03. These are the companies which are producing the current EV scooters, electric vehicle scooters. So here our question is why BLDC motors? So BLDC motor already we said. So for example, asynchronous machines, most of the industry current previous BLDC motors. Why BLDC motor? Mean BLDC motors up to 10,000 RPM also we can run. So BLDC motor, it is not a DC motor, it is AC motor only. So that brushless DC motor up to 10,000 RPM we can drive. If you can go with the R. Krishnan, IISc Bangalore professor, he written on permanent magnet synchronous machines, permanent magnet brushless DC motor. So in that DC motor itself, they are removing the commutation and the rotor resistance, but they are replacing with that permanent magnet. So the brushless DC motor, they are removing the brushes. So these permanent magnets will collect the AC current only. And here, for example, in electric motorcycles, torque motors, e-motion motors, Menja motors, Chinese Evoque motorcycles, in all they are using these brushless DC motors. So here our question is why BLDC motor is used. Most of the EV companies they are preferring EV. Comparison to the asynchronous machines, brushless DC motors are somewhat expensive in the manufacturing stage, but they are very efficient, nearly 85 to 90%, and they give more efficiency and lighter in weight, compact of the size. So what we discussed previously, and control the speed in reverse function than the asynchronous induction motor. So here no industry are not producing or not manufacturing the brushless DC motor. Most of the brushless DC motors are importing from the China only. So China, it has become easy to produce brushless DC motor in a huge manner. So most of the brushless DC motor, whether low or medium or high voltage brushless DC motors, we people, our current industry people, they are importing from the China only. And motors like permanent magnet synchronous motors, interior permanent magnet motors, they give much better efficiency. They have the nature, high power drive nature they have, but they are less availability. Due to the less availability, most of the people are preferring brushless DC motor. Compared to brushless DC motor, PMSM motor will give more efficiency. And the cost of the BLDC motor. So as per BLDC motors we said importing from the China. So as per the Pantech solutions, for in market analysis also, the cost of the 900 wattage BLDC motor, it is started from around 2200 to 1 kilowatt and 2400 and 1.5 kilowatt type of BLDC motors, and it will give 2.5 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt, 4 kilowatt and so on. Depending upon the wattage, how much wattage of the motor you are purchasing, the cost will be different. In Hyderabad, the cost of the motor may be different. In Chennai, the cost of the motor may be different. So in Vijayawada, the cost may be different. So depending upon the market strategy, they are purchasing with a different price. So currently the cost of BLDC motor and controllers are high in our country because we are importing from the China only. So China, it is producing huge manner and large bulk in a huge and bulk manner, it is producing brushless DC motors. And here an alternative. So all the people are preferring brushless DC motor. Then you people have a new idea. So what is the alternative to BLDC motor? Means AC induction motor and permanent magnet synchronous motor and interior permanent magnet motors. These are the three are the alternatives for the BLDC motors. So manufacturers, most of the EV manufacturer industry, they are not widely available. These type of motors are not available individually, individual customers for conversion kits or other purpose. But BLDC motor, compared to the BLDC motors, here these type of motors, we people, suppose we people are a startup company. So our company is like a startup, 5 to 6 people of startup company, means it will be somewhat difficult to purchase a permanent magnet motor or interior permanent magnet. If it is a big industry like Renault or BMW or Volkswagen or Hyundai or Nissan type or Kia type of e-vehicles, means they are ready to produce bulk manner, they will get easily because those are multinational companies. They have the feasibility, they will get easily, right? So those people who are the entrepreneurs, newly entrepreneurs entered in the EV industry, those people have they will face somewhat difficulty to buy a interior permanent magnet motor or a synchronous permanent magnet synchronous motors also. So when we people are, you can see here, we said orders is used by many electric manufacturers for their high performance electric motorcycles. So here I will show some companies. Which company? Energica Motors, Brahmo, Impulsar bike, and for example Nissan Leaf type of car. So the electrical cars, Chevrolet Bolt EV, Nissan Leaf, it is from Japan, and upcoming hypercar Pininfarina Batsa. Within the less time, you can see here hypercar Pininfarina Batsa. This company, they are producing within the 2 seconds, less than 2 seconds, we can catch with the 0 to 100 km/h. And electrical buses, Tata Altran Urban 6/9, 6/12. So these are the companies are producing. You can see here Nissan Leaf type car from Japan. The range of this Nissan Leaf type car range is 150 to 325 km, and the performance top speed of this Nissan Leaf electric vehicle car 144 km. What is the power? So what is the power? Means 110 kilowatt of the power. Acceleration within the 0 to 100 km/h, 7.9 seconds. It will take time to reach 100 km speed. And the electric range is around 20 km, 220 km. And the battery backup. So when you are made a electric vehicle, what is the battery? So the battery, it is around 40 kilowatt. You can see here, we people are using the smart devices, right? When we are using the smart devices, in our smart devices, what is the mobile battery maximum capacity? What is the maximum capacity? 3000 milliampere hour or 5000 milliampere hour or 4000 milliampere hour, right? And normally when you need to drive electric vehicle with 200 kilometer, you need to travel. At that point, you need to use battery also. It will be mandatory, right? The battery size here, different companies are using a different wattage. Some companies, they are preferring 20 kilowatt of the battery. Some companies, they are preferring 40 kilowatt, 75 kilowatt also we can. So here, when you are, if you observe your battery specifications also, what is the maximum power, how much the usable power? Here, the usable power here 36 kilowatt, and here charging point is ChargeDemo level 2. So charging stations, as I said previously, charging point also, plug-in electric vehicles are there, fully battery electric vehicles are there, and hybrid electric vehicles also there. There are 3 types of electric vehicles are there in the market. So when you need to charge your electric vehicle, so what are the steps you people need to follow? So the charging point, if you go with the charging station 1, it will take around 20 hours to charge your electric vehicle. Means level 1 charging station, it will take around 20 hours. Level 2 charging station, if you go, means that is 7 hours it will take to charge a 40 kilowatt of the battery. But you people are traveling at the, suppose you are started your journey from Hyderabad to Vijayawada. It will take around 5 to 6 hours time it will take, right? So in the middle of the journey, if you are stuck, at that point, are you feel somewhat annoying, right? When you people are waiting to charge your electric vehicles, 7 hours if you are waiting, means it will be somewhat difficult. Then before one day itself, you are planning to charge your vehicle. So there are 3 type of charging station is there. Level 1, it is taking around 20 hours. Level 2, it is taking around 7 hours. If you go with the level 1 charging station, those are DC charging station. So DC charging station, within 30 minutes you can fill your electric vehicle, where up to 200 kilowatt of the battery also we can charge when you are preferring with the DC charging station. At that point, solar, it will give DC charging station only. From the wind also we can convert that DC into AC into DC also. So that depending upon the charging station. So we need to prefer. So here, what are the innovative thoughts coming years we will get in the EV industry? Means regenerative braking. Regenerative braking is a new technology for battery electric vehicle manufacturers and should be part to design a extra mileage of the EV also. So here, all these combined of all this generated and regenerated power will beat all designs available worldwide also. So if you are ready to implement a regenerative braking system in industry, means then you can see here the cycles like bike can reach up to 200 to 250 kilometer charge. If you are charging at one time, you can travel nearly 250 kilometer by regenerative braking. So if you are using a rickshaw, can reach up to 300 kilometer per charge. Cars can reach up to 400 to 500 kilometer per charge. So if you are implemented regenerative braking in your electric vehicle also. So, and what is the challenges the current EV industry in India are facing? Means charging infrastructure. So for charging infrastructure for electric vehicles in India has not been fully developed. If you are observing surrounding Hyderabad, there is no single charging stations for electric vehicle, right? So like petrol bunks, is there any electric vehicle charging station in surrounding Hyderabad? It is not there. So the first solar charging station, a big solar charging station was started in Bombay, and later they are implemented. Some companies they are come up with new ideas. On 2022 May 2018, Ather Energy launched its charging infrastructure service in Bangalore called Ather Grid. You can observe here Ather Grid. So when they are introduced the EV charging station in the market, but at that point only selling of the electric vehicles only 1% only. So why at that time 2018 time they are not preferred many vehicles in electric vehicles, means they will come less distance only. If you are buying an e-scooter means it will come once. If you are charging means you can drive that car with less speed only, and it will not give the high amount of speed and high efficiency compared to the conventional e-scooter. So when these people, other grade people are introduced EV charging infrastructure, so at that time there is no electric vehicles. The customers also they are not interested to buy e-vehicle. So then these other grid people are they are getting some losses in that EV industry, charging infrastructure industry. So they thought and they launched a new e-scooter, electric scooter also they started, and they are promoting the e-scooters also. So these are the problems we people are facing, and reasons. What are the reasons to shift the clean mobility means? Here you can observe everyone know the air quality indices related to the India indicate in many cities. If you are observing the many metropolitan cities, so whether it is Delhi, Bombay, Hyderabad, Bangalore, or Chennai, or Kolkata, if you are observing all the metropolitans, they are facing so much problem in the air quality, right? So automobile related pollution has been one of the causes for this aspect. Related to the global warming needs to shift the automobile solutions that reduce and do not produce the greenhouse gas emissions also, and the need to reduce the dependence on the fossil fuel based on the economy of India. Crude oil imports from 2014-15 was approximately $112 billion we are paid to the foreign countries. That means we are 80% of the crude oil we are importing from the Gulf countries only. So $112 billion we are spent in the area in 2014 and 2015 year. And here for the comparison of the allocation of the, so the governments also they are giving Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme in budget 2017 and 18, 48,000 crore rupees they are sanctioned. India can become a global provider for clean mobility also. So for the for encouraging the e-vehicles or original equipment manufacturers, for top our industry people, the government under the scheme of Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, they allocated in the budget 48,000 crores. Some of the Indian cities have the worst noise pollutions also in the world. So the electric vehicles may contribute to reduce the reduction on noise pollution levels in the cities also. So if you are observing the Delhi, so every winter season they are facing so much difficulty, right? They are purchasing the oxygen cylinders also, because due to the pollution, huge pollutions happen in Delhi. So it will coming years, coming decades, we will see the same situation in Hyderabad city. See, now it is around more than 1 crore. The population of Hyderabad city, we can expect it will automatically the air pollutions we need to avoid. So the government of Telangana also they are planting the saplings, right? So they are giving a new challenge, Green India challenge, Green India movement they are started. So here, what are the initiatives the government in India taking here? Faster adoption of the manufacturing of hybrid and electric vehicle scheme, which provides incentives for the purchasing the electric vehicles. If you are purchasing in e-scooters, there may be some discount depending on the cost of the vehicle, around 10,000 or 15,000. They are ready to give some incentives. And here the Karnataka government approved electric vehicle and energy storage policy in 2007. So the vehicle is covered under the Government of India's FAME India adoption of manufacturing of hybrid electric vehicle scheme that offers incentives if suppose it is around 1,1800 rupees to up to 29,000 rupees for scooters. They are giving some incentives to promote the customers in to purchase electric vehicle. So to protect our environment, so the government are giving some incentives and they are promoting like this. And here 1.38 lakh for cars also in the under FAME scheme. They are giving 1.38 lakh for reduction to buy an e-car also. And here as part of National Electric Mobility Mission plan of the government government of India scheme, they are giving these incentives. So here when you people are started to design an electric vehicle, so what is the best platform, what is the best way to start your e-vehicle? So we discussed here today in all the about session, we discussed the major part is motors only, right? In the major part, so if you need to design an e-motor for your electric vehicle, you need to design e-motor means, so what is the best platform, what is the best tool means Matlab. Matlab is nothing but the matrix laboratory. And matrix laboratory we can design automotive industry, monitoring system, biological system, aircraft and spacecraft dynamic systems, communication and ship system. So in all these industry the people are using Matlab Simulink domain tool only. So millions of engineers across the globe, millions of engineers, more than 6,500 universities and engineering colleges, they are preferring Matlab tool. Matlab have more than 100 toolboxes are there. With that help of those toolboxes, with the help of number of inbuilt functions, we can design our required model. So the current industry, British naval ship, they are implemented 15-phase induction motor drive, 15-phase asynchronous motor drive. They are implemented, they are successed in the British naval ships. So now the United States of America also, they are trying to implement 15-phase type of induction motor drives in their vehicles, in their naval ships or big vehicles. So then when you are implementing a multi-phase machine, then automatically you need to implement multi-phase input supply. You need to give, where you need to give, you need to implement a multi-level inverter. Multi-level inverter you need to implement. But why we need multi-level inverter means, when you are preferring a battery DC voltage, so the inverter you need to convert that DC into AC, right? So compulsory you need one inverter. That multi-level inverter will convert DC into AC. So then only the motor will drive. Here I will show a simple model. Here I will show a simple model here. Here you can see here this is Matlab matrix laboratory command window. This one is a command window. Here whatever you are typing here in the command window, it will appear in the workspace. It will appear in the workspace. So here I will show you to control the speed of the motor or speed of the vehicle, which already we designed here. Here I will explain that one. You can see here, this is a 3-phase permanent magnet synchronous motor, and by giving a 3-phase inverter, when you people are preferring 3-phase synchronous motor, the DC voltage source we given here, this here we given a permanent magnet synchronous motor. Here wait a minute. So this is a permanent magnet synchronous motor. You can see here with the fuzzy PI controller. So coming years we can expect all the vehicles self-drive electric vehicle, self-drive cars, or automobile industry. They are also preferring the artificial intelligence, right? So in that artificial intelligence, one of the technique is fuzzy logic controller technique. So here a DC voltage source which we took here, and from this DC voltage source here I took from the library universal bridge. This is universal bridge, 3-phase MOSFET switch I selected here. Universal bridge MOSFET switch I selected here. From that MOSFET switch I connected to the permanent magnet synchronous machine. Then these permanent magnet synchronous machines I connected to a bus selector. From that bus selector, here you can see here Hall EMF signal. So inside of the motor we are placed some sensors, Hall sensors. To find the position of the rotor we are placing some sensors, that is permanent Hall sensors. You can see here we are taken from this permanent magnet synchronous machine, 3-phase machines, Hall sensor signals we created here. So according to from this truth table, this module implements following this truth table only. From 00 HA, HB, HC, these are the 3 Hall sensor signals inside of the permanent magnet synchronous machine we are placed. From this truth table you can observe here 00001. Everyone will be know this is a BCD code 8421 028. So from this one, so when we are giving the supply to the stator, then it will cut the flux, right? So then induced EMF will produce. So that induced EMF, how it is producing? So through this truth table from BCD code, here we given EMF A, induced EMF A, induced EMF B, induced EMF C. So this permanent magnet synchronous motor rotated with the constant speed, synchronous speed only, right? So here 0 minus 1, how we are getting here means, here I will show how to we will achieve this one. Here I will show a simple model with this one. These Hall EMF signals HA, HB, HC, how we people are converting. So you can consider here HA, HB, HC, HA, HB, HC, EMF A, EMF B, EMF C we are taken, right? From this EMF A, how we are taken means, from the HA, HB, we are getting EMF A. How we will get means, here I will tell orally itself. From HA, HB, suppose EMF A you need to find, HA, HB, how you can write HA, HB bar, HB bar, HA. HA, what is HA? 0. HB bar, what is? HB bar means 0 bar, what we will get? You can take here 0, 1, 0 you can take, 0, 1, 0 you can take. If you take 0, 1, HA, HB bar, HA 0 we are getting, right? HB bar 1, but you will get 1 bar means 0 you people will get. So then 0, 0, what is the AND gate operation? When all the input variables will be 1 means 1 you will get, right? So 0, 0 means you will get 0 only. Then HB bar, then second step is HA bar, HB. HA bar, what you will get? HA bar, what you will get? 0 bar means 1 you will get. HB you will get 1. So then 1, 1 you will get 1. So first time we will get 0, then we will get 1. So first one you can take positive, second one you can take negative. So positive plus 0 minus 1 you can combine means you will get induced EMF A minus 1. Though HA, HB. So then EMF B means HB, HC. HB, HC bar, HB bar, HC. So you need to implement like this. So here, so less time only here. And here the 6 switches, right? In a 3-phase inverter, how many switches are there? 6 switches are there. This induced EMF A, B, C, we are converting into a gate signals. So then here we people are given a feedback path. By giving this feedback path, here we take a sum block, right? In this sum block, we given the reference speed up to 2500 RPM we given. So this is the fuzzy PI controller which we implemented. These are the gate signals we given to the 3-phase inverter. These are the gate signals greater than 0, less than 0. So EMF A, EMF B, EMF C, 6 switches we are giving. So in each leg, one switch will be operated. If suppose if you are operating one switch, then third switch 1, 3, 5, 2, 6, 4. That is the pattern, right? In a 3-phase inverter, when you are turning on one means the third, fourth switch will be off. The same leg, each leg we have 2 switches only. So here, if you are observing a fuzzy logic controller, so fuzzy logic, it is a degree of membership function. It will be designed in a linguistic variable only. If you are running this model here, how to import in this fuzzy logic controller, we given the name here fuzzy logic controller, we taken from the library. This controller we taken. How to create the rules means here in the command window we need to create the rules. So here if you people are observing here, if you run this model, if you are trying to run this model here, if you are running this model, you can see here, so it is compiling. You can see here. So here it is showing undefined function variable ALA23, right? So we need to import the whatever the data we created in this fuzzy logic controller. So from this command window here, we are imported that data. Here I am typing here fuzzy. Fuzzy, if you type means you will get one fuzzy pop-up. You people will get one pop-up in the Matlab Simulink model. So by getting this model here, the input one is the fuzzification, output one is the defuzzification. So here input is the fuzzification, output is the defuzzification. So here the input variable, we are taking two input variables KP and K. So how to import the data? Here we created already ALA23.fis fuzzy file we created. So how to import this data means, so go to file, import from file, import from the file, import from the file. Here ALA23.fis. So here we are importing the data here. We are imported the fuzzy file. So error, change in error. From this error and change in error, what we are implementing? KP and KI value. So that KP and KI value proportional integral I given. So then here I need to export to the workspace again. Export to workspace here. Export to workspace here. ALA 23 I given here. Okay. So here you can see the when you created this fuzzy file, so the 3D image of the surf view you can observe here. How you people are creating the rules. How many rules I created means, here I created near to 25 rules we created. So here you will see one 3D image of the fuzzy controller. You can see here. So from this, this is the fuzzy according to your rules. So this is the fuzzification, error, change in error, DE, and this one of the KP, KI is the defuzzifications. In between the fuzzification, defuzzification, we can create the infinity rules. By creating the infinity rules, we can tell that machine, whatever the machine we are preferring, whether it is a PMSM machine or BLDC motor or any asynchronous machine, the robust nature we can easily find by implementing this fuzzy PI controller. So here the rules also you can observe here. The rules here we created the 25 rules we people created. 25 rules here we created. You can see here nearly 25 rules we created. So error, change in error. If you are adjusting this error and change in error, according to this error, change in error, you will get the KP and KI value. So here, so once if you imported, exported the data, you can run your model. Here we given the feedback path, how much the reference speed 2500 RPM we given. So we can control here up to 2500 RPM only. So initially it will be go to some peak value, then it will oscillate and it will be settled down at one point. It will be settled down at one point. Wait a minute here. You can see here. So here in this coming years we can expect without permanent magnet synchronous, without in that permanent magnet synchronous motor we are placing the Hall sensor, right? So coming years in the EV industry they may not use the Hall effect sensor signals. Sensorless motors also coming years we can see. So coming the advanced electric vehicles. So this fuzzy logic or artificial neural network algorithm in a coming advanced, if you observe the advanced washing machine, the best example I can say, the washing machine if you observe, so it will be there they are applying the fuzzy logic controller. Advanced vehicles also if you are observing this fuzzy logic controller. How much you are operating your vehicle, flexible operation, flexible, comfortable, reliable operation. When you are driving your car in a traffic jam, then within the minute to minute how you are applying the brakes, according to how you are giving the force to your vehicle, then the vehicle will be in your control, right? So that controlling and everything. So here we created 25 rules only. Like that, in a real-time product, we can implement infinity rules we can implement. So then we can create the robustness, the strongness of the vehicle. Say, whatever the condition may be, whether the rugged conditions also, it will be operated. The vehicle, the motor will be operated with an effective manner. With an effective manner, it will be operated. So you can see here the 2500 RPM we given here, and it will be around here up to 4% it is running. 2700 it will go, right? So it will be go to up and down and it will be oscillated. It will be settled to up to 2500 RPM. It will be settled here. So it is oscillating here. Now it is running, right? How to input here radians to RPM. By taking the bus selector, we are selected rotor speed, stator current and the electromagnetic torque. By selecting this one here in this rotor speed 30 by pi we given the value. By given the 30 by pi we can convert the radians into RPM. We can convert the radians into RPM here. radians into RPM we can convert here. So it will be down, right? Previously it increased up to 2700, then it comes to nearly 1920, then again it is increasing. The display, by connecting the display, it is increasing, right? So once again, thanks to the management of IARE, Institute of Aeronautical Engineering, particularly Department of Electrical, and the convener sir for organizing this webinar. I hope everyone like this session. So if any communication or any mistakes happen means, you can please be comment in the comment section below. We can rectify that one, and we can come up with new thoughts and new ideas we can come. So with less 1 hour time only here, for that reason we are talking about the only motors only. But as an electrical engineer, our role is crucial role we will play in e-vehicle. So you need to battery management system, you need to talk about, particularly if you are conducting one session means we can clearly talk about the battery management system. So there are 4 types of battery management: lithium ion, lead acid, nickel hydride, nickel metal hydride type of batteries are there. 4 type of batteries are there. Current EV industry people, they are using these 4 type of batteries. So if you observe the last year, the people who are got the Nobel Prize also, they are working on the lithium ion batteries. So then to manage the voltage levels, acceleration, e-curves, or to manage the house heat sink property, all these things means you need to keep one isolated DC-DC converter topology. DC-DC converter topology, whether it's a step-up converter or step-down converter. Which type of converter you are using in your e-vehicle? So that is a different, it will come another time. So we have less time only. We are talking about the only particular what are the motors, what are the challenges, what are the governments, what are the incentives are providing. So for giving this opportunity once again to all the participants and all the coordinators and the management, thank you all. Have a nice day. Stay home, stay safe.